Eddie Talk Sports Day, we're talking boxing. Proudly joined, as ever, by Sonny Edwards. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Thanks for your time.
As always, I think last time I saw you was actually outside the A Boogie concert. You were with Lyndon.
Yeah, shit, I forgot about that. Yeah, that was a good night, man. That was a good night.
He did me some favour because I was with a couple of my mates who like boxing, and obviously because I've interviewed you in Lyndon a couple of times, you guys came over, dapped me up, and they're like, "Oh no way, Sonny Edwards and Lyndon Arthur know you." So yeah, that you did me a little favour there. But yeah, who you here for today? Who you coming here to support?
I'm here mainly for Dave Fogarty, Sammy Ahmed as well. Lyndon, Zelf and the boys are coming over for Danny Simpson and his fight. So yeah, it should be a good week. It should be a good week.
Yes, definitely. Dublin always a place with a lot of atmosphere. What are your general thoughts about Misfits and the influence of scene in general?
You know what? I'm pro fighting, I'm pro boxing, so you know, anytime there's an event where people want to come and watch people have a fight, then you know, I'm not a gatekeeper on that they have to be a certain level, or at the end of the day you find some better fighters in some of these Misfits rings than in some professional rings. Now maybe not at the elite, maybe not at even a remotely kind of good level sometimes, but you still have people that can fight just because they haven't had any professional boxing experience, and sometimes they're finding themselves in these rings. So I'm all for it. Any new fans, any new eyes, regardless whether they prefer the sort of, I don't know, more WWE style of Misfits, or you know, they might start as fans there, and when whoever they came interested with sort of fades out, they'll probably find themselves in real boxing, in my opinion, because I don't know, they'll start thinking they know a bit about boxing, so they know what to look for. Then they want to follow the big fighters that everyone's really talking about, etc. So yeah, I don't think there's no real downside unless, you know, there's some real arguments about where budgets are going, and I don't know, I feel like it's so far seemed quite, you know, different. So yeah.
And we'll speak about one of the boxers I think a lot of the people in this audience would consider as the most real boxer is Dean the Great, and he will be the person fighting against Mr. Fogarty, who you're going to be supporting. How do you think that fight goes, and have you seen much of Dean the Great? Are you amongst the people who rate him?
Yeah, like he's been around, he's had a few fights now, he's been doing it for a couple of years, and obviously this is Dave's debut, so maybe he's a bit up against it, going in as the underdog, and yeah, but at the same time, real fighters, that's where they're made the most out of, and I think it makes for a good fight. I mean, there's probably not that many of the influencers on the circuit that really wanted to fight Dean, so yeah, he's very confident, so yeah.
There we go, just got the camera moved a little bit. If we go this way a little bit. Yeah, I think we were blocking half the gym off there. But yeah, as you mentioned, you're also here for Sammy as well. Obviously, both him and Adam, they've not had a lot of amateur background. Do you think that's going to affect a little bit the way they fight? Obviously, we do know they've been training for a long time, but how different will it be, the fact that the first time you're fighting is in front of such a big crowd on a big stage?
I mean, his brother did it out in Poland, didn't he, and handled it well, so maybe he's cut from a very similar cloth. I've known the brothers for a good couple of years now. We've been on holidays together, we've spent a lot of time around each other. They've been out to support my fights when I've been fighting different cities and even different countries, so yeah, I've got a lot of love for the boys and I'm here to support them. We were just chatting to Sammy over there, he's very confident, looking forward to it, and yeah, you've got to remember, the brothers, they didn't have really no amateur backgrounds, they didn't have no real boxing start, they was more kind of kept away from it, and then, you know, carrying such a legendary last name and probably hearing and talking about boxing at every possible point of social, when someone finds out that you're, you know, a boxing legend's son, it's dragged him into it, like I can only imagine in this day and age it will more for other kids following the same sort of footsteps. But yeah, I'm proud of both of them because they really have put in the work. They haven't just, oh, I want to be a boxer, jump straight in the ring. It's, you know, been a process. I know for the last 3-4 years they've been training and they've been like learning in different gyms as well, and like proper like pro gyms, etc. So yeah, I'm looking forward to both their journeys. Who knows, will it go all the way to what their father went on to achieve? Who knows, but no one really else has done that since, so yeah. I'm sure they're paving out their own way, and their family will be proud for their effort and anything they do go on to achieve.
And as for yourself, what can the fans expect to see from you?
Well, I'm hoping to get a fight day over the line soon. it's been a bit frustrating recently, sort of waiting and waiting. Yeah, like I don't feel at this stage I should be really waiting too long for other people's careers when, you know, I'm sort of outside of me. There is no real fights in this division, not worth taking the risk for. So it's a bit frustrating, but hopefully we get something over the line soon and have something to announce.
If you could have it your way, obviously it's very rare that it goes the way that the fighter wants, all the politics in boxing, but if you could choose your next opponent, who would it be?
It's not about choosing him, obviously. The only fight that's been mentioned to me so far has been YAFAI, so if we're not going to get something over the line now, sooner really rather than later, then like, let's talk about someone else. Like, I'm not here waiting and stalling. His brother stalled my brother's career for about 8-9 months back in the day when my brother thought he was fighting, then it got pushed back and thought he was taking the fight and then wasn't. Like, it happened a few times where he was waiting for count, and you know, there ain't no way in hell that I'm going to wait for a 7-0 prospect, really, let's be real. That's what he is, a 7-0 prospect, nothing more, nothing less than that. Yeah.
Well, let's hope everything gets sorted and goes your way. I appreciate the time, as always. Speak to you soon. Thank you.